मैं आपके बीच एक साल के बाद फिर आ गया हूँ। नाम है मेरा ज्ञानेश्वरी प्रसाद, डॉक्टर ज्ञानेश्वरी प्रसाद। मैं अभी भी इंग्लैंड में प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ कंसल्टेंट फिजिशियन का मेडिसिन में। मेरा झुकाव अध्यात्म के प्रति बचपन से रहा है। 8 की उम्र से मेरे गुरु थे। अभी तो मैं आपके बीच हूँ और मेरे गुरु यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, श्री अटल स्वामी जी, श्री धर्मदास जी, अग्रेश्वराम जी। मैं तीनों को प्रणाम करता हूँ। गुरु नानक मेरे परम गुरु हैं। मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ सर झुकाकर। अनिल और प्रिया ने हमें फिर से बुलाया, मैं आभार प्रदर्शन करता हूँ। I am very grateful to Anil and Priya for inviting me to speak on a very serious subject. Would you let me speak in English, in simple English?
Yes.
I will speak in very simple English.
No, whatever is convenient.
Let it come in English. Okay. So the topic is very serious, but at the same time very straightforward. As the subject, says, world beyond. I don't have to explain much world beyond. We live in the world, and there is another world, which is world beyond. It is scientifically proven also. But it has been studied by our Indian Rishi for last 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 years ago. Lot of books have been written on world beyond, Vedas, Upanishad. Krishna only came 5,000 years ago, 5.5, and he spoke on Indian soil, on world beyond also. He has to speak world beyond to Arjun because he was not understanding. And he came to Vishwarup. What is Vishwarup? Is world beyond. And our Gurudev was sitting there. They have been talking to us all the time, world beyond and world. I think world beyond, why speak? Are we escapist? Do you want to escape from the world? I don't think there is any escapism. You have to live in the world, and still you can be world beyond. Which I am going to speak in a very simple manner, that how can you be world beyond? Jivan Mukta or Jiv Mukta is a word was not coming to me this afternoon, and I shut my eyes and that came to me. You could be Jiv Mukta while living in the physical world, which I want to stress upon. So something is binding you, there is a bandhan there. And once you have broken those shackles, you are Jiva Mukta. For mukti, for liberation, people have left the world, but you don't have to leave the world. I think it's on you to decide how to achieve it. So, bandhan is attachment. And what are the attachment? Attachment is physical, materialistic, name, fame. We want to live in the world where you are the only person who should be known to people. It's a world and fame, isn't it? You have got your family, your husband, your brother, sister, children, mother, father. Are they bandhan? I would not say they are bandhan. They are keeping you with themselves, but that is still allowing you to be away from them. And I don't think that one can say that if I leave my house and leave everything, I would be Jiva Mukta. You can still be bound with them. You have left them physically, but you can't leave them mentally. So, I think this is a serious subject, isn't it? So, thought process are coming and going. I was talking only to Priya a few days ago. I was reading a book and something came that thought process coming and going and this and that. And I think the thought processes are the first stage of karma. The moment you start thinking, karma comes to you. You make your karma while thinking, and that you translate into action. So, when I was reading first time the book, autobiography by Yogi by Swami Dharamdas, that is the first time I came to this, understanding that you can burn your karma at the feet of God. And that was proven by Lord Krishna also. You offer your karma, or whatever you see, on my feet, and you will be free from karma. If karma is going to write your future fate and coming and going, then that can be surrendered. So, this is the stage of total surrender, and that total surrender will give you a chance to offer karma. I think that the stages of karma and all, that we have been taught now and then. So, one thing we always talk, without that, my talk would be incomplete, and that is ego. Ego is the most difficult part of our living. And I think a lot of things we do for our ego. How he can be bigger than me, how he can be greater than me. That is always in the mind. Whether you are working as a businessman, as a doctor, as a lawyer, and that ego is always behind you. But there is a very narrow margin between ego and Atma-Samman, self-respect. I keep on telling people that Atma-Samman doesn't mean ego. When your Atma-Samman is hurt, it is very, very painful. I think that you may not eat that day. You may be quiet whole day. You come home and your mother would ask you, why you are so quiet? Your wife would ask you, something happened to you. Your face is mirror. You cannot hide it. So be careful that every word you speak is like arrow, it doesn't come back. So this subject actually keep on talking and thought process will come to you. So be careful. What you can do about ego? Ego is an issue. That is an issue, isn't it? Very serious issue. But what can you do? My feeling actually that it is very difficult, and a lot of lecture I will not even mention the name of those people, ignore it. How can you ignore it? All the wrong deed happens because of ego, because of anger. Ego is the root cause of anger. What is happening in the world? I won't talk politics, Ukraine and all sort of thing, Russia and Yemen and all sort of, the war is going on, isn't it? And this is war of ego. Who is going to surrender first? We are talking about how to control the war, but there is ego behind it. The man is sitting there. The moment I surrender, I go to ceasefire, I will be finished. So people live on ego. That's such a strong thing. So what we want is one, what we have studied, is a heaven and hell and God-lok, Krishna-lok, Shiva-lok. There are lokas, aren't there? We talk about lokas also. That when Krishna left this world, he went to God-lok, his Krishna-lok, immediately, isn't it? And you know the way he left it. He was sitting on the tree and the arrowed him and he died, isn't it? And there's a kahani of, during Ramatai, when he helped, the Supreme and all that time actually, he was cursed. And he said that, all right, buddy, you will be taking revenge. So far I remember, and he came as a Radha. Krishna paid the price. So our mythology is so complete in itself. Even Krishna was not pardoned. I keep on telling, even God comes here on the earth. He suffers the same way like you and me suffer. Nobody can pardon him. He makes his own karma also. But he pays the karma while living in the world. He clears. Krishna. He did it, didn't it? What you call Rama did it in next avatar. He didn't forget that he did mistake. So now what can we do? I think that Guru Kripa is Devana. I still believe that Guru, if a lucky person to have a good Guru, I don't know, how lucky we are. I think your autobiography, Yogi suddenly I spoke, isn't it? Swami Yogananda. He was very restless in childhood, isn't it? And he wanted to find a guru while he was in teenage. And I think he was roaming around in Banaras sort of area. And Swami Yogananda, the guru, was
Yukteswar.
Swami Yukteswari. I was speaking, and he was walking. And he speaks. You are, whatever his name that time was, you come. You are looking for me and I am looking for you.
Mukund.
Mukund, yes. I would never remember this word, Mukund. Mukund, I was looking for you. And Mukund fell on his feet, isn't it? And Yukteswar takes him. And I personally find actually that is the real union when I keep on talking about Guru and disciple, such a union they were. And when Swami Dharamdas could not meet, isn't it, when he was leaving the world, I will go further. He said that I have not left you. Whenever you remember, I will come back. And once,
and he comes in.
And he came once when the friends challenged him that, do you want to bring your Guru, and I like to see your Guru. And he started crying that I'm being tested, Guru, and you are also being tested. And that time he said that you think it is a joke to come. I have to collect all my sajjal paro gagan samira. My whole body was scattered everywhere and I collected it for them. I think I asked you to read that book, everybody should read. And I have created the body to come to you. And he described the world beyond. That world is not frightening. Don't know how I'm speaking this today because I am not prepared. And when I am not prepared, I speak very well. So, during my debate, my best debates are those debates when I was not prepared.
Then the things come from your
And oh yes, because one thing what happens, madam, that we have got mind and we have got heart. We use our mind too much. Mind needs reading book, a good professor, good teacher, Oxford University, Cambridge University, Delhi University, but heart needs your love. Isn't it? Love. And when you are communicating with people and you are talking to them, you are talking through your heart, not through your mind. Heart also speaks. Language of the heart is much superior to the language of the mind. And ultimately, he said that I have to come to justify my statement that I would come to you. And he describes that people don't fall ill there, they don't feel hungry there. They also do work. So that is the world beyond has been described very well in autobiography by the yogi. I think looks like that is a full description. It's another conversation between a teacher and guru. Just Krishna and Arjuna, isn't it? That sort of conversation, and it's a very good chapter. So I think that that I'm trying to mix up. Jiva Mukta has come to me. Thank you very much. Jiva Mukta has come to me suddenly this afternoon. I was thinking about to speak. And I said, why not stress upon the point, Jiva Mukta, that get mukti while you are living in the physical world. Don't wait that I leave the world and then I will be mukta and I will go to see Lord Shiva and Krishna and Rama. They are all here, isn't it? I think that our Prime Minister has brought Lord Rama also. I was reading to the newspaper, he claims that Treta Yuga has come in Ayodhya. I'm not going to discuss that why it will only come to Ayodhya. Treta Yuga would come to the world, to India. India is progressing. I'm in UK at the moment.
UK which city?
I'm near London, Southampton.
South.
Hampshire. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, 100 times.
100 times. So Southampton is not far from about 1 hour journey by train
I know.
from London. And luckily, when I went there as a junior doctor, they allowed me to stay there for 16 to 18 years without moving. Otherwise, the life of a doctor is very nomadic. You keep on moving, they will throw you out. And I stayed there, And somehow, a mistake, a good thing, I don't know. But I lost my wife 16 years ago. 1 year and 2 years, I was totally lost. 1 year I moved around in Rishikesh, Hardwar, Nepal and all. And I was like a wanderer, a nomadic, not yogi, but nearly there. Carrying my briefcase and a little box, living in a little cottage, that I'm coming back and he's, Sir, your briefcase. You have a lot of paper in it, you told me, so collect it. I'm shutting it. So I was completely careless and I don't know what I was looking for. I ended in Nepal also. And there a sadhu was nearly 100-year-old. I met him and my bus was waiting in half an hour. And he says that, do you want to talk to me something? Yeah, I can see that you have got a question. You open your eyes and give him something to eat. So Sakarkanda was there. Okay, no, don't give me anything. I'm sitting in the bus after that. So he said that, ask me something. And then I said, tell me, where is my wife? Then he shut his eyes, give me a glass of water. He drank water. Can I tell you where was she born or something like that? He was testing himself. And he correctly told about 50 miles away from her birthplace. He picked up a place. And he said, don't disturb doctors in Him Pradesh. Taking rest. Him Pradesh. Taking rest. Don't disturb her. And then I felt very, very happy and calm. And then I said, I'm leaving you. They said, why are you leaving? He said, late night, I don't know, my bus is waiting. I was carrying my own luggage, talking to him, my bus waiting. What a journey means. I was a careless man. Losing the bus means whole night I was sitting in that area until next morning. So that was my nomadic life. And when I entered hospital medicine again, when I finished all the wandering life, and then I've been continuously working for the last 16, 17 years as a consultant. 1 year I was a bit junior type and then suddenly promoted as a consultant. I worked in university hospitals and everywhere because I was blessed by Lord Shiva. So I think that a lot of karma, maybe it is all my karma. I'm coming back to my karma. I have to pay the price, isn't it? I have to live a life, and the word I am going to use is solitary word. your life part, your last part of journey is solitary journey. You are on your own. Nobody with you, no guru, no mother, no father. You are walking with yourself. Self is very strong. So that self is also Atma. Greek have spoken the word self, and first time Atma was discovered by India. Nobody can claim that Atma was discovered by them, it is discovered by us. So Greek spoke self, or Atma. My feeling that you can also offer your karma, your ego to self. Self would control it. Atma would burn it out. It's not easy. The ego is the most difficult thing that produces anger, that produces rivalry, that produces everything. Animosity is a root cause. The world is disturbed because of ego. Ego of the in charge of the country, isn't it? I think India has been a very, very receptive country. We possibly allowed people to come, isn't it? And so much so we have been ruled and badly treated. I'm sitting in England for last some decades with a doctor, and I'm still trying to discover how did England rule the world. They ruled half the world, isn't it? Not only us, Africa, us. Everywhere they ruled. French couldn't survive in front of them. Isn't it? So there must be something extraordinary about them to rule. And what we did actually was our mistake. I think possibly we allowed them to be ruled. My thinking. So India is doing well, I hope. But what I hear actually, that country has got also own karma. Individual has got karma, country has got karma, all have got karma. This was the karma of being Indian, isn't it? That we paid the price. We have to learn from the past, isn't it? And my feeling is that, with the grace of God, with the grace of gurus and all, we are possibly out of it. So, what time I have got it roughly?
3 minutes.
And?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So I think that today's subject is possibly not repetition. What I was last time speaking a lot about beyond the world in true sense. I'm talking about the world and living beyond the world. Why living? That is my subject which I have modified it. And I would sum up that it is only possible we have got the grace of Guru. Grace of Guru. गुरु और गोविंद दोनों खड़े हैं सामने.
काके लागू पाए.
काके लागू.
बलिहारी गुरु अपने जिन गोविंद दियो.
Yes, you have spoken. That's why. So whom they are going to touch? I think the Guru and Govind are saying, touch me, both of them, isn't it? We have heard that people surrender, isn't it? I think the total surrender is important. If you do total surrender, everything is possible. Anything can be achieved, Your karma can be wiped out. And mukti, lot of time actually when I was speaking in England, how many people want mukti? And I think a shaky hand, if you were. You know the reason what? I think this is the world is the best place to live. Not beyond the world. Because here you go to karma. When you go there, beyond the world, possibly you are in a state of inertia, which is the scientific word I'm using. You are in inertia, you are possibly doing nothing maybe. Doing nothing. If you want to do anything, I think even Lord and God would be born here. To do any karma, God has to come on the earth. Lord Rama came, Krishna came, all the Guru are coming. They are coming to do karma. So this is a karma bhumi. So you like to rather be in karma bhumi than other bhumi where it is possible not much of work. This is my imagination. Maybe I am wrong, isn't it? And maybe the mukti gives you still chance to work, I am not sure. But mukti is mukti, isn't it? You are mukt. But you are only mukt when you desire to be mukt. So I leave on you to decide what to do. But my feeling actually that don't be controlled by all the time and mind controlled by the heart also. And heart needs love. Isn't it? It doesn't need rice and chapati and only love. Krishna wants love, Rama wants love from you, Shiva wants love, Guru wants you love, Mother, Father wants love. They are the immediate God, parents. So I think with these words I will be closing and I will be thanking all the people who listen to me with great patience.
Thank you very much.
Okay.